Hello, and welcome to Collision Repair's BodyshopTalk podcast.
I'm Gideon Scanlon, editor at Collision Repair Magazine.
I'm Elizabeth Sargent, reporter at Collision Repair Magazine.
And this week, BodyshopTalk turns to the all-important question of cybersecurity in the auto sector. On Tuesday, the multi-billion-dollar auto repair investment giant the Boyd Group announced internal systems had detected a ransomware attack. According to the company, no vulnerable data from clients or from personnel was found to have been stolen, but the company is currently undergoing a forensic review. But it isn't just big business that is vulnerable to cyber attack. And even repairers may find themselves at an increased risk of attack from cyber criminals. Here to discuss the topic is Justin Bull, a senior security engineer with Wealthsimple. Justin has noted an increased interest in the auto sector. Why? Because for a long time, the auto sector absolutely ignored the issue.
All right, Justin, what sort of threat does ransomware hold for businesses in general that are storing personal information from customers?
Right. It's right there in the name. It's holding you ransom. If you think of the classical situation, the bad actor holds all the power, and you, as the company, they have something of yours, and they try and extract value or money from you. So in the sense of ransomware, you don't have many options available. Their whole thing, the threat there is that they can either shut down your ability to do business if you're computer-centric, and all of your processes and daily business tasks occur through computers, and that they are compromised. The more sophisticated ones, or I wouldn't even say that sophisticated, almost all of them now try to take advantage of network propagation. So if a single computer gets hit in your computer in your office, it will jump to other computers and infect those as well. And if you have a network attached storage where you say have historical records, that can get to that too. And if you're on a corporate VPN, it might be able to traverse over the physical barrier and infect other offices on your network. The challenge is now also, at this point, there's no way to know, depending on the ransomware. They might be exfiltrating your data anyways. And then they can turn around and use this for identity fraud, something that's becoming more and more difficult in 2019, where they can choose to make extra bang for their buck and sell it to organized crime, who can then use identities for their own illicit purposes. And credit cards and names and all that, they can be sold on the dark web or just criminal underground forums. That's kind of that in and of itself. But then, God forbid you pay the ransom, like regular ransom situations, there's no guarantee you'll get your files. And we've seen in the news lots of instances where the people pay the ransom. I believe Hollywood Hospital or something, you might have to verify me on this, but one hospital somewhere in the States got ransomware. They had to unlock the computers because, well, they're a healthcare provider. And the attackers decided, cool, so I think we want more money, and they reinfected the same machines. When you pay a ransom, there's no guarantee that the actual malicious software is removed from the machine. Yeah, that's kind of the rundown. So when it comes to systems that deal with client data, it's a 1-2 punch. One, it is, you have the challenging situation where you as a business, your ability to do work is compromised and you lose your client data. And the other side, the two of the punch is that there's nothing to stop the attackers since they have full control of your machine.
Now, as cars get more and more involved in the Internet of Things and auto manufacturers and repairers become, remain vulnerable to these things, is it a wild idea to think of a future where people are directly hacking automobiles, especially, a future where they're autonomous automobiles, or is that sort of well in the realm of the science fiction right now?
It is a burgeoning field of security research, and it's a very serious field of security research of direct hacking of automobiles. I know in some of the security groups that I look at, or I'm a part of, some of their talks that they present to the security community is focused primarily on hacking automotive vehicles, mostly because we have remote start and OnStar and more of these kind of really cool network capabilities. Traditionally, no one's really thought of the automotive sector as one of security concerns, so the features are built first and then security is bolted on after, if at all. And we're finding situations where people can kill the steering wheel or remotely control the brakes, and it can cause accidents or death.
That was Justin Bull, senior security engineer with Wealthsimple. Tune in next week when we speak with Nadeau's Collision Center and get a nugget of wisdom on how they stayed open for so many years.
Well, I think diversifying your business is important. First of all, the collision repairs, the severity of cars now are not as high, and the write-offs are more so than repairs in a lot of cases. So you need to do something else. And in this case, we diversified with towing, and then that keeps the boat afloat, so to speak. And I just think we've kept up with the times as far as equipment goes, OEM approvals, insurance company approval, and just up to date on all our training, our iCar. So I think now, although the market is shrinking, I think we're capturing a lot of that market because we're prepared to fix new cars.
That's all for today. I'm Elizabeth Sargent, signing off.